So now you have this business or this platform, or people know that you're the name behind a hit. Do people start sending you material?
Well, I mean, I was in a difficult position because I'd had my first hit record. I owe the bank $500,000, and I don't have a job.
But you don't make money having the hit record?
Well, it wasn't my company, so I didn't have any money. And so I had to repay the bank what they'd loaned me to buy the shares. I had to sell my house, my car.
Oh my gosh.
So I went to live with my mum and dad again. I
circle
never
of
wanted
life.
to leave in the first place, by the way. So I was quite happy. I just went, look, you know what? Didn't work out. I'm in a bit of a scrape.
How
So
old are you at this point?
I'm probably about 27, 28. And I was very lucky. I found a bank manager who believed in me, and he said, I'll tell you what I'll do, Simon. I will give you a loan, and you got to pay it back to me, because look, if you've done it, once, you'll probably do it again. So I'm going to back you. So, and it took me about 4 years to pay everything back. But it was interesting because everything I thought I loved, like my stupid Porsche or my house, honestly, I couldn't care less. I just gave everything back, and I thought, we're just going to start again. My mum and dad were thrilled because they never wanted me to leave in the first place.
They didn't?
No.
So what was the next milestone as far as a song or music, or did you?
Well, then I had to find a label or a major company who would back me. And most of the people I initially met went no. And then I found one person who said, we'll give you a year, but within that year, you got to sell X amount of records. So I'm like, okay. And fortunately, I did. And that's kind of how I started being an A&R guy. And, I got...
And then you because he's historically attached to so many things that we know about. I think we were talking, last time I was talking to you about music, you told me about, is the Britney Spears hit?
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were involved in that song.
No, I wish I was. I met Max Martin.
For those that don't know, Max Martin probably has written some of the biggest pop hits that you know, for Katy Perry, for Britney Spears, for all those young.
Yeah, I mean, going back to NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney. I mean, the list is endless. He's a genius. And these group of producers were working in Sweden, and I tracked them down. And there was a guy called, wasn't his real name, but his name was Dennis Pop with a Z. And he had put all these producers together.
Right.
I found them a little bit like he's at the background now, like in Stockholm, heard all these songs, and I thought, my God, they're going to change pop music.
You were able to identify that.
Yeah. It was just unbelievable going into that complex.
Incredible.
It was phenomenal. And the tragedy is that Dennis, who'd put all these guys together, he passed away just before, everything went kind of crazy, where they just dominated. And it's still to this day. And like you said,
Max,
most of the great pop songs written even now, they're Max and his team. It's unbelievable.
So you heard Hit Me Baby One More Time?
So I knew Max. I didn't know him well. And I had a boy band at the time called Five, who I'd put together. And we were just on the verge of breaking them in America. And someone phones me from America and says, I've just been played this song. And it was written for TLC. And he played me.
TLC was supposed to do
Hit Me Baby One More Time was written for TLC. TLC passed. The guy plays it down the phone to me, this song, Hit Me Baby One More Time. I'm like, oh my God, I've got to have this song. So I phoned up Max. I said, Max, please give me this song. And he went, I promised it to someone else. And I said, well, I'll send you a Mercedes, literally a Mercedes 500 SL, if I can have the song. And he went, no.
He said no.
Yeah, I promised it to somebody else. And I went, who? And he went, Britney Spears. I went, Max, let me give you some advice. no one is going to have a hit with a name called Britney Spears.
Well, she wasn't even known yet.
Wasn't even known.
Now, why would he not take the Mercedes over this unknown?
Because he's honorable. I mean, he'd promised the song and he wasn't going to break the promise. And look, he made the right decision. I mean,
Because when I was talking to you about it, that's her first hit.
Yeah.
And her first hit was when I first saw it, before it was any place. You
yeah.
had gone into a store and
Diesel.
Diesel jeans. I bought jeans for my daughter, and in the Diesel jeans, they gave you a VHS that came. The jeans came folded in a VHS tape, and you would go home and you'd play the VHS tape. And I didn't know who this girl was, Britney Spears, and that was the song. So it wasn't
was
like
Britney and Usher. It had those two songs on it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And then when that song went gold, I gave her gold record at on my talk show in 1998. I think that's 1998.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so he didn't take the car, and the rest is history.
And look, we're still good friends now. And you know, it's because I would have taken the car.
Right.
But don't forget, no one had ever heard of this girl before, so he was not going to break his promise, and so I missed out on that. But that's how we sort of met and became friends.